What's up, y'all? I'm back. Logic just dropped his last album, No Pressure, and I made a beat to it, and I figured why not deconstruct it on my channel. So without further ado, I'm gonna meet y'all in FL Studio. Okay, so the first thing I did was chop up this sample, and I can't play the original sample because YouTube is gonna copyright me, and that happened with my Isaiah Rashad video. But I'm gonna tell you the name of it. It's called After Laughter, and if you look it up, I'm pretty sure you can find it on YouTube. And this is the chops that I did for that. So the idea for this was to do something simple, nothing out of the way, but it's something that wasn't too repetitive, because if I did something like this, it'd just be all over the place. But if I had it too long, I didn't want it to get like too repetitive. So as you can see, like right here, I copied it over like this part and this part, and I changed up this note to that one, and I did the same thing, but I changed these two, and it gives it like a little bit of variation. The next thing I did was copy over the chops for the original sample that I had, and I duplicated it, but for this one I cut out all the highs, that way it just has a bass, and I cut out all the lows from the previous chops, that way it sounds like I could take the bass out at certain points, or I could bring the bass in. It's kind of like a cheat code. Shout out to Chris Punchline for showing me that. And this is what that sounds like. The next thing I did was chop up another part of the sample, that way it sounds different between the verse and the hook, just so it sounds a little like has that word again, variation. That way the person rapping or the listener doesn't get bored of it. And I kind of did the same thing as like keeping the chops semi-repetitive and changing up here and there. And this is from the intro of the sample, and this is what that sounds like. And as I said before, I duplicated the sample and took out the highs from this part of the chops, and for the first one I took out the lows, that way it could have a bass, and this is what that sounds like. Next, I did this kick pattern. I also added another kick because that one just didn't seem like it was punching hard enough for me, and so I added another one, but I took out a few notes here and there just so like it could emphasize on certain notes, and the other one sticks out more. So this is what that sounds like. And together, both kicks sound like this. Next, I added this snare, this crash, this hi-hat pattern, this open hat pattern, and last, this drum fill. And all together, the drums sound like this. And last, this is what the whole beat sounds like. Hey, what's up, Fiji? And the very last thing I added, I forgot to mention this. In No Pressure, there were a lot of like samples of speeches and things of that nature, and I know a little bit about Metal Gear Solid, and so when I heard like the Metal Gear Solid reference, I figured why not put that in my beat, and this is what that sounds like at the end.
You tend to twist your elbow to absorb the recoil. That's more of a revolver technique, but that was some fancy shooting.
Just a little something like to ear candy, pretty much. That's it. But yeah, that's the entire beat. I made that and I had fun with it. I had fun listening to No Pressure. I'm sad that it's his last album. I low-key hope that it's not his last album, but it was a good album to go out on. So hey, I can't say much more. I'm gonna say that I asked for you guys to like, comment, subscribe, tell me what you did like, what you didn't like, something that I can help improve on as a producer, because I'm always looking for tips and I'm always open to giving them as well. Alright, well, that's it. Peace.